Cut Sports Podcast with your host, Nolan Fridge. And today we got a few things to talk about, but before we get into anything, could you please like, comment, and subscribe to always catch this vibe, man? Y'all already know. Also, I wanted to make an announcement that the person Eric Stewart never reached out to me. So we wanted to do this a different way with the jersey giveaway. If you still want to be entered into because this might be the longest jersey giveaway in America, but if you want to be entered into the jersey giveaway, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel. And I'm probably going to go live. I'll make an announcement or give you a date to let you know, what time and, day I'll be doing it. Hop in the live if you want to be, if you're around, if you got the time. Even if, if you ain't got to be there, I just need you, I just need you up in there. Comment, I'm gonna put your comment, whatever, I'm gonna say comment something. And I'll take the names that I got in there, put them in that wheel. Y'all just stay in there for like 5-10 minutes. 20 minutes, I'll wait till a nice amount of people get in there, and then I'll pick a person, get your information, and we'll go from there. So, because I'm trying to get this, I didn't think it was going to be this hard to give away a free jersey, but it seems to be. So, with that being said, stay tuned for that. I also wanted to announce my man Reggie. Me and him started a joint podcast. We did our first episode a few days ago. It did post on the wrong channel, so I'm gonna see how I can figure out how to get it. Or just tag. I'm probably going to tag it in this video. So just look in the description box or whatever the case may be. Or it might do a little pop up. I don't know how to do the pop up yet, but we'll figure it out. So we're starting it's called the Mean Green Podcast. Mr. Reggie, he has a channel as well. He just hit, so shout out to him because he just hit 500 subscribers. I got to call him. We got to talk about a few things, but please go check out Bet On Yourself Sports Podcast on YouTube. Tell him I sent you. And please subscribe to his channel. But look for the Mean Green Podcast. I think it's going to be a very, very unique. I think it's going to be unique and very entertaining too, because we mesh well, I would say. So shout out to Reggie. Like I said, go follow his podcast, Bet On Yourself Sports on YouTube, and tell him your boy now I sent you. So let's get into what we need to get into. We got some things to talk about. I haven't been here in a while. I do apologize. I've been working, but you already know I'm gonna keep y'all locked in with what's going on. So first and foremost, let's talk about this week. They had OTAs. Was open up to reporters and things like that on Thursday. So I'm gonna talk about it. A few different things that stuck out to me. I know I missed some information. I do apologize about that, but like I said, I've been away. But let's get into what we need to get into, and let's talk about what we need to talk about. So let's start off with who wasn't even there. So DeVonta Smith wasn't there again, as well as James Bradbury. Now, if y'all remember, y'all know we all remember, because this has just been the biggest thing for the Eagles this offseason. Excuse me. Is what we're going to do with James Bradbury. And if you're asking me, I'm thinking James Bradbury might get cut because from the OTA, and I know this is just OTA, so maybe training camp, like if they do decide to keep him into training camp, that'll probably give me a better indicator. But if you're looking at the OTAs and the play from these cornerbacks, you're getting a lot of good cornerback play from a lot of different corners. Let's just talk about all three quarterbacks got picks, or had picks. Let's start off with Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, he was targeting different players and things like that. So Isaiah Rodgers had jumped a route. I don't know who he jumped the route on, but he took it back for a pick six. Now we've been hearing some good things about Isaiah Rodgers. A lot of different things, a lot of great things for somebody that's been out of the game for at least a year. So, and I'll talk more about Isaiah when I talk about the press conferences, but I'm gonna just stay on topic, right? Jalen also do another pick to Zach Bond. Now I don't know if it was a tip pass or he was just in the area. I couldn't tell you, but if he's getting I'm figuring somebody tipped the pass. So who knows, man? But that's just going off my knowledge. But moving on, and then Kenny Pickett, he had thrown an interception, which was to Sean Stevens, another dog, and he's another low key pick that how I want to say. That's what I was saying about James Bradbury. It's like there's so many young players that got that dog in them. It's going to be very hard for a lot of these corners to make the team. But they signed Sean Stevens to a 3-year contract, so that's saying something about him. And it's been showing at least in OTAs. So I really want to see what these guys look like in training camp. But let me just keep moving on. And then Tanner McKee, he also threw a interception to Mickey Gardner. So, some bad plays here and there. Some people were sitting there saying that, oh, Jalen Hurts, like, and I hate, I don't hate, but it just be like, bro, people want to create any type of narrative they can. We understand that Jalen Hurts, he might struggle, with certain things, but we haven't really been targeting the middle of the field, such as last year. I think we were dead last, if I'm not mistaken. This year, or at least on OTAs, they're targeting the middle of the field. So he's been making some mistakes, of course. He also been the QB coach. I can't remember his name, but it seemed like one of the videos he was kind of getting on him, and Jalen was taking it because I feel as though a lot of these players, and they have come out and said it, like they want harder coaching. You had Sidney Brown last year as a rookie sitting there saying that the practices were soft. What's my man name that went to the 49ers? He said the same thing. Practice was light. If I'm not mistaken, was it Baldy? He was doing an interview, and they had asked him, like, how's the Eagles practice? And he said, you can have a part-time job and be a Philadelphia Eagle. That's not good, man, at all. So so somebody like Vic Fangio, and I know I'm gonna probably be all over the place, but it is what it is. I'm rolling. So having a person like Vic Fangio and those other coaches like Clint Hurt and things like that, older coaches or coaches that have that demeanor that they, older coaches want you to work, you know what I mean? And I feel as though like last year that's not what we had. Like I said, you come on Sunday, you play, and you go home. That was pretty much it. So at least that's what it looked like to me. So with the addition of Vic Fangio coming in, and some of the players, they already had spoke about Vic Fangio like he's a no bullshit guy. He wants you to work. He wants you to be there. He wants you to be in it. Especially when he has spoken his press conference saying that he's going to be putting a lot on the defensive players to see, who grabs what and things like that. So different schemes and all that, because he said, like, you never know. You might run into something where you might have to switch it up, which was just great to hear. I know I don't want to spend too much time on that, but which was just great to hear, just for the simple fact that we had one scheme damn near last year. So, and it was terrible, but with him coming in here and implementing his schemes and with the hard work and stuff like that, you're starting to see these guys produce, especially on the defense. The younger guys produce. Excuse me. Let me hold up. I missed my little point. My fault, y'all. So even in staying on point, but Cooper DeJean, right? They said he played on. He got to sneak in to do a couple first team plays, right? Had a pass breakup. Now, if you're asking me, he might get more playing time. I don't want to say he's going to get more playing time, but he will be utilized more. Because we know Quinyon Mitchell got the talent, but Cooper DeJean can play different spots. So, you know what I mean? It gives you more versatility to do more with him. So, and he plays well. Like, he's getting these pass breakups and things like that, so he's showing his talent. And that's just also good to see him being a rookie and being able to get on the first team. Come on, man. And that could just be, some people are missing, like I said. Excuse me. So that could also be a reason, but at the same time, just seeing him on the first team is saying something to me as well. And like I said before, I think with Cooper DeJean getting drafted by the Eagles in the second round, that was their first round guy. So when Quinyon was still on the board, you know what I mean? Quinyon was still on the board. It's like you can't say no to that. He locked down. So you ended up getting Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell, and that's another thing that I don't want to get off topic, but why I feel as though that James Bradbury is going to have a harder time making his team, because you really have to outplay these guys. And it's going to be hard to, you know what I mean? Because I think he's just suffering. I'm not going to say he ain't got the talent, but I think he's just suffering, James Bradbury, I'm speaking of, just mentally, like, after that Super Bowl penalty and we lost the game. It is what it is now. But I felt like that just stuck with him and then he just carried over. So, but I also did see something about James Bradbury as well, where they were talking about he performs the best on even years. So maybe this year you get the the best of him. But it is what it is, man. But like I said, we'll see more about that maybe tomorrow, because it'll be the 1st of June. But until then, we're gonna keep it rolling. So, some other things I wanted to talk about was Nakobe Dean. Oh boy, let's talk about Nakobe. So Nakobe got some snaps at first team, and he interchanged with both Zach Bond and Devin White, which is good to see, because he's mounted his boots since February, if I'm not mistaken, and he didn't participate in the last OTAs, so at least the ones that were open to the press. But they said this week he was there, he was participating and things like that. So that's a very good sign to see, especially with him. You know, like I said before, he's shown the flashes. It's just that can he consistently be on the field? Like same thing with Avonte Maddox. Like talent's there, but can you stay healthy enough to get on the field and be able to participate and play? And also with him, I don't want to get off topic, but they had him at safety. I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll see. I'd rather keep him, in the with the nickel, whatever the case may be. But yeah, so I don't know how that's going to work, but that is what it is. But it's just good seeing that Nakobe Dean's getting out in the field, getting that playing time, and hopefully he can solidify his spot on this team, man, because we really do need that linebacker play to step up. Like we're hearing about Zach Bond, you kind of already know what Devin White can do talent-wise, but you're seeing what he's doing too, even with the Eagles. So if Nakobe can step up, and then I think I want to say, since I seen somewhere where they were talking about Sweat changes his number to 19, which is a linebacker number. So I'm thinking he's going to be labeled I guess he's going to be labeled as a linebacker now. So I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what I was seeing, because I be watching the other content creators when I can't, record a video myself. So if I'm not mistaken, I think that's what they said the number meant. So you'll probably be seeing him drop back Sweat. I'm speaking of into coverage and things like that. Which is going to be, I think he's going to be able to play that too, because he's a big body and got some speed. So hopefully that works out as well. Moving on, let's talk about Nolan Smith. All right, and I guess we could talk about the different press conferences and things like that. But Nolan Smith, man, shout out to Twin. You already know me and Nolan got the same birthday, bro, and I feel as though we act like, bro, like how he is on the mic, just saying goofy stuff. Not goofy, but he's just being himself. Like, and that's how I be, man. I just be sitting there cracking jokes, and sometimes I be dead serious, but people just be laughing. I'm like, oh, all right, it is what it is. But moving on. But like Nolan Smith, man, he's talking about he done bulked up to about 243, 245, which is great to see. They had asked if the coaches cared about him getting bigger and pause, but they were like, no. He was like, nah, because he said that as long as the speed's still there, he's good. You know what I mean? So we already know what the talent he possesses. But he just couldn't get on the field last year, and that could just be lack of coaching, whatever you want to call it, man. It is what it is. But with Vic Fangio, he said he is a no BS coach, bro. He's no BS, and they like that. Those guys, he said, I don't know if he said it or somebody else, but they were like, he said Kirby's worse. Like, if you think Vic Bay, he said Kirby's worse. So that's great to hear, because my thing is this: you started hearing all this craziness coming out as of recent about Vic Fangio and how players don't like him and this, that, and the third. And like I said before, man, everybody's not raised the same, so everybody takes things differently. Everybody's not coached the same, so we can't take certain types of coaching. And I feel as though like some of this younger generation don't like to do the work it possesses to win a championship. I don't think they understand the type of work that goes into every day to get to a Super Bowl. You hear players also talking about I think they not get into that too, but Devontae was on WIP, and he had asked him like who are the leaders on the team, and he was like everybody just leads different. Some people are vocal, some people show what they do. You feel what I'm saying? You'll see him like a Jalen Hurts, might not say too much, but you'll see Jalen Hurts at the facility every day, all day. So you know what I mean? So it's just different ways you can lead, and I think a lot of these guys are stepping up. In Jordan Davis's press conference, he even talked about, we ain't got Fletch anymore. So he's like, we ain't got Fletch anymore, so they're expecting more of us. Vic is expecting more of us. He's putting a lot more on us, which was already spoken to in his Vic Fangio's press conference, because he was saying, I'm gonna see how much I can put on these guys, learning different schemes, learning different positions if it calls for it, and then go from there. Even Vic interchanging Nakobe Dean out on first team with Devin White and Zach Bond is another sign. So you're starting to see different things, how they can interchange and move people around. So that's very good to see, very good to hear. But yeah, man, it's a lot going on, man. It's some good signs. So, well, did I miss that? Oh, going back to Nolan Smith. So I know I got off topic, but it is what it is. That's why y'all here. But Nolan Smith also spoke about how seven. He called him seven, but he was talking about Hassan Reddick and how much he learned from Hassan Reddick being here under him. He said you ain't gonna have. He said I never see nothing bad about seven, and that's good to hear because if you asking me, I think something weird going on, bro, with the Hassan. I don't think because we don't know what really happened with the Hassan situation, but I still haven't seen Hassan sign his deal yet, which is I don't know. I mean, is it weird? I don't know. I think it's weird. So maybe you get Hassan Reddick back next year. I don't know. I ain't gonna, you know. I did call AJ Brown getting re-signed. So you never know, man. You know, I ain't got my crystal ball, but it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? So you never know. But yeah, he said I can't say nothing bad about seven because he said he learned a lot. He also spoke to the fact that you start talking about his toes. He said that Lane Johnson told him to put space in his toes because the toes should be out like this and they shouldn't be squinched together. So he was like just different little things like that, helping with their health. You know what I mean? You know, giving them longevity in the game and things like that. He also talked about Jordan Davis flying around doing the box drills, and he was saying that's a linebacker's job. I mean, a linebacker drill, but he said that Jordan Davis was doing it fluently. So, I mean, that's a good sign for Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis at his press conference as well, and he just spoke about, you know, he was 350 last year, but he wasn't this 350. Like, cut up 350. It's different. Like, you can be 350 in fat, but you can be 350 in that shape. You know what I'm saying? For at least for his body type or body size. So, he's 350 in shape. He said that he had to cut back off a lot of the different foods, especially the Arizona teas. He said he goes to Whole Foods. I think he spoke to. You know, he gets the mango juice from there. So my man liked his juice. So shout out to Jordan Davis, man. But he even spoke to the fact that Vic Fangio has put a lot on them this year. Like I said, Fletcher is not here, so you know some guys ain't. You know, you are the veteran now. You know what I mean? It's time to take heed and play like you know like you're supposed to play. So I'm thinking, to be honest with y'all, if you asking my opinion, like I said, I know we're not in training camp yet. But I think Vic Fangio, like I said, I might not like the scheme, but when it comes to the coaching aspect of it, and Clint Hurt, he also talked about Jordan Davis talked about Clint Hurt staying on him. So my thing is this: it's like that's what we needed, that's what we were missing. Because like I said, I just felt like people were just not taking it serious enough. And Jalen Hurts even kind of said like players ain't taking it serious. He didn't want to put nobody out, but he said some players weren't taking it serious this past year. So now with the additions of offensive and defensive coordinators, and then like the assistant coaches up under them, like just staying on them. So I think this is going to be a very, very different defense. I think we're not going to see a land. I can promise we ain't going to see a landslide. But I think if everybody buys in, like I know I keep saying it, Super Bowl. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to put too much on these guys, but if you're asking me, Super Bowl, bro. Because what other team is constructed like this, man? Just hearing about the OTA play and stuff like that, how can you not get excited, man? How can you not be excited about this season coming up? You feel what I'm saying? Barring that, injuries and everybody, is safe and, staying out of trouble because you see other players from different teams, Kansas City players, I don't know what the hell is going on out there, but my thing is every week it seems like one of their players is getting in trouble for something. So off season can be crazy for some teams, but it seems like Philadelphia got a good hold on the team. Let's jump into. I don't even have no notes for this, but I said that Devontae was on WIP either today or yesterday. I want to say it was the day, and he just spoke to they had asked him how he felt about getting his contract, and he had said that this was a top tier. The Eagles are a top tier organization. Verbatim, I'm saying that, and they take care of their players. And he said it's not like you walking into work every day, but it's like you walking like your family. He's like saying like we are all, we show love to one another. He said, like he had spoken in his press conference when he signed this deal, how him and AJ's kid, they play together, man. And they all got close. You already know Jalen Hurts and AJ are close, and he's the godfather of his daughter and stuff like that. So I feel like that's another thing that brings people together, because then you won't fight harder. You fight harder for somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? Like when y'all locked in like that, if it's your dog, y'all, you know what I'm saying? He going through something, you gonna fight harder for him to make sure he all right and stuff like that. So that's great to hear, great to see. But if you didn't know, and I know this ain't the Miami Dolphins channel, but Jalen Waddle just signed like a huge contract, and they were talking. That's why they had asked him on WIP, like, how did you feel? And he was happy. He was happy for him. They played together at Alabama, and he did get significantly more guaranteed money in an overall contract. But at the end of the day, if you asking me what I want, Waddle or Devontae Smith, but it's not me saying this, because he's on my team, but I would want Devontae. Devontae's always available to play. Jalen Waddle, he's going to miss 3 to 4 games plus a season because he'll get hit and he can't take the hit. So, yeah, he got a lot of money. Shout out to him. And then you also got, no disrespect, I'll take Jalen Hurts over a Tua. Now, don't get me wrong. I'll pick Tua up too when I'm doing my fantasy, but that's another topic of conversation. So, but my thing is, if you're asking me, man, I want a Devontae Smith on my team. So, but I think like it was just really good for Howard to get both Devontae and AJ under contract. Even though, like I said, I was talking about it, I'm like, it's no way you watch AJ Brown and you watch Devontae Smith back-to-back seasons. And that's why I don't be understanding I know I'm about to get off topic. I don't be understanding when they be talking crazy about Jalen Hurts. Like, we all got things to work on. But you get 2 players and he gives them back-to-back 1,000-yard games. I mean, back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. Where else they doing that at? Where else they doing that at, man? Nowhere. So my thing is, well, maybe Higgins, but Cincinnati and all them. But my thing is this: you don't see that often. So my thing is this, man, and maybe Miami. I can't lie. I didn't look at the numbers, but my thing is this: Jalen Hurts be getting the ball where to where he needs to get it to, and they're very productive in doing that. So. But shout out to Smitty, man. He got a softball game coming up, I think in June, if I'm not mistaken. I think I might attend that joint, to be honest with you. They got like a little meet and greet. That's like $200. But I was like, $200 to meet Devontae Smith. I can, ask him a few questions right quick. I know I probably can't record, but or just even I don't know. Maybe I'll just sit there and say like, yo, bro, I got a podcast. You want try and slide? You know what I mean? So you never know, man. And I also reached out to Anai Smith, and I ain't hear nothing back, but your boy I'm trying to get somebody from the Eagles on this joint. I don't care, past, present. So we'll see how it go, but yeah, man. I'm trying to make sure I'm not forgetting nothing, man. Because I've been away for a little bit. I do apologize, man. I do try to, pop in and give y'all a video, but it's just been a hectic week, or the last week and a half. And it's not over yet, so I got some stuff coming up. So I'm going to try to get y'all the videos out as much as I can. I'm probably going to be dropping some more videos during this weekend. But also look out for, because I really want, I want to get this jersey away, so I don't know if I'm going to do it this weekend. But, I want to make a post, and I'm going to keep posting about it, about when we're going to do a live. And then, like I said, whoever's in the live, enter y'all in, get your information, and we're just going to rock like that. So, with that being said, it's not from No Cut. You already know. If y'all could, and y'all like and enjoy what I be talking about, could you please like, comment, and subscribe to always catch this vibe. Y'all already know, man. And also, just remember, go Birds. I'ma holler at y'all, man.